Well, yeah, it tends to do that. It also cries quite a lot. Oh, the death adder. Oh, that's why it's all broken and messed up, because it's death adder.
Yeah.
I went through 3 of those things.
Yeah, that's why I'm not getting a new one.
It's still the best mouse I've ever used, but for me it was always the thumb buttons that would give it out.
Okay. So.
Number 6.
Still on 4. Oh, there's more animals.
Okay, can you hear me? All right. So.
All right, coming up, we have Duke Nukem 3D by LLCoolDave. There's a donation incentive for a glitch
Kill the
exhibition, which is
We have
at
to make stakes
$915 out of $1,500. So if you want to see the glitch exhibition for Duke Nukem, you need to get those donations in.
Come on, Steam.
We have $10
No,
from
Steam
Spike
is pretty much
Vegeta, who
hanging
wants
right
to
now.
say shout-outs to UA, the undeniable MVP of the history of the GDQ marathons. That's everyone in the room.
Thanks,
Give a big
David.
applause to the man himself, UA.
Come on. Well, last year we crashed Chippin. I guess I crashed Steam now. This isn't working.
We have $100 from W. Heiko. Greetings. Have to donate during one of my favorite games. Thanks for the marathon and for the cause. And because you saved so many animals during Sonic, we can kill some animals in Metroid.
Piece of cake. Dang, losing bastards in the paper screwed my ride.
Okay. Just tell me when the window is properly cropped. Yeah, go ahead. It's pretty empty.
Yeah, it does seem empty.
You can even grab a mic if you want to.
Don't know if I'm going to be able to do any good commentary, though. I know I can do some of the tricks of the game, I just don't know the exact names.
Yeah.
Which number mic is that? This is going to be mic number 7.
We have $50 from Creel. Keep up the good work. Hope to catch more of these in the future.
Well, I'm pretty much ready when you guys are.
We're gonna do this
Well, yeah, I got to figure out how to get this thing back on.
again? That works.
Yeah. Testing?
Okay.
Can you hear it? Okay, good.
Okay, video's properly set up.
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay, then 3, 2, 1, go.
Yeah, piece of cake.
So, welcome to Duke Nukem 3D, the game where the physics are made up and walls don't matter. Because this game is pretty much entirely broken at this point. Come on. Like, right here, I can pretty much clip to the top of the level, grab a jetpack, Go ahead, finish the level.
Yeah,
Pretty
try not
quickly.
to blink. This is going to go by really quick.
Yeah, so if you want to see the glitch exhibition at the end, you have to get your donations in real quick, because this one is going to be over very soon.
Guess we still need
right here we can
$585 for
pretty-
that.
Oh, come on. There we go. You can pretty much just press the button through the wall. Doesn't care. Physics, whatever. But there's a real downside to the physics in this game, because you can pretty much get stuck in any wall. Like, it's very easy to clip out of bounds or clip through walls, get stuck, get killed. So this game pretty much chronicles Duke's ongoing struggle with stairs, small ledges, uneven ground, or pretty much any feature in the level geometry. And there's also something about aliens also, which you can read up right here. Okay, got all that? Right, that's the backstory of this game. But there's some actual part to that. The help screen is an actual part of the run. Because in the previous level, there's basically two exit triggers. The usual nuke button you have at the end of every single level. And you also are supposed to get captured at the end. But for some reason, the internal timer keeps running during the help screen, so you can buffer both exit level triggers to happen at the same time, which just, well, pushes you ahead by 2 levels, skipping an entire one.
So
It's really well designed.
Put it shortly, we were supposed to be playing the 3rd level, but we decided not to.
Yeah,
Skip
pretty much.
immediately to
Who cares? The basic trick in this game is crouch jumping. Basically, if you crouch while in the air and jump as you land, Duke Nukem clips into the floor. And if you do that on small ledges or like certain structures in the levels, you can pretty much clip into almost any wall. And then it's just a matter of having enough speed to get out on the other side alive. Like, you can pretty much clip through a lot of doors in this game, bypassing a ton of stuff. For this boss fight, in theory, like according to the source code of the game, you should be dealing the most damage possible by hitting his feet, but for some reason that's not actually true. You deal more damage by shooting him in the head. No idea why. Also, stop dodging my rockets. There we go. So that's the first episode done. Oh. Lunar Apocalypse takes us to space, and surprise, there's aliens in space. Who would have guessed? So yeah, if you want to read off some donations, you've got about a minute before something interesting happens again.
Well, we have $10 from Radman, who says, "Hail to the king of speedruns, Duke Nukem. The entire FPS block is hyped. Looks like I have another sleepless night ahead of me. Put this $10 to G. Simpson for the Ocarina of Time file name in honor of my stepdad who beat cancer. Signed, Radman."
Oh, come on.
And we have $10 from Dutch Santa, who says, "I have had several losses of loved ones to cancer. Please put this money towards Go To It for Final Doom." We have $100 from Tron Paul. Much love from TF2 UGC Highlander Gold. Keep on, plus forwarding your games and killing cancer.
Okay, so there's another interesting clip coming up because we have no idea why or how it actually works. But basically, if you float at the right height on the jetpack here, oh come on, there we go, and then slowly turn into the shaft, and you can just clip in.
Nice.
And that shaft is about the size of Duke's shoe, so
Yeah, it's pretty much the exact size where you don't get squished. Like, you can barely survive that. Also, I'm grabbing the shrink ray here, which is pretty much the best weapon in the game, as you can shrink any non-boss enemy, which I'm going to show off in the next 2 levels. So it's pretty much entirely broken outside of boss size.
Yeah, these tricks work as Duke scares physics. It just lets him do what he wants.
Yeah. Also, if you haven't been able to tell so far, the jetpack is an entirely broken, like, it's a design failure, or feature, however you want to see it. Because you can bypass a lot of these levels in an intentional way, and everywhere we can't actually get with the jetpack, well, we just clip there. Whatever. Yeah.
How hard is it to control this with the steroids use?
You get used to it. like this, there's a mini battle lord. We just don't actually care. Just shrink him, squish him with your mighty foot, which is pretty much one of the best features in any game ever. Mighty foot.
I prefer the original where you can kick with both feet and run.
Yeah, in the original 1.3D release, which is an awesome initial version number to release a game under, you can kick both your left and right feet while running. Because, yeah, well, physics, who
Duke
cares?
does the can.
Because physics.
Does the best Russian impersonation. Dance.
Here's another clip I don't fully understand. You can just clip right through there. But for some reason, it only works if you stand on the actual grade when jumping. Like if you jump onto it from somewhere else, it doesn't work. No idea why. Also, a lot of triggers in this game are touch floor based. So right here, I just floated in on my jetpack and bypassed a trigger that spawns like 4 or 5 enemies. Also, the best way to refill health in this game is to just kill yourself at the end of a level. Yes, you keep all your items, but you spawn with full health in the next one. It's pretty useful at times. And we've got time for one more donation.
All right,
Maybe
we have
two if you hurry.
$52 from Dan C. All my cash goes to Robo to be named Ryan D. in honor of the late, great Ryan Tasswell Davis. The world is a lesser place without him. He brought so much love and laughter into countless lives. Let's work to save lives in the future.
So this is probably one of the most RNG-heavy parts of the run, just because you have to dodge all of these enemies somehow. Okay, and that went pretty well. I have been stuck there for 10-15 seconds before.
All right, we're up to $1,100 for the glitch exhibition in Duke 3D. You need 400 more.
Yeah, and you've got about 3 to 4 more minutes, so really get your donations in right now if you want to see that happen.
Although this run is glitchy enough already.
Oh, he's not showing half the glitches.
You
I
ain't
think.
seen nothing
No.
yet.
I mean, there's a couple of tricks I've deemed not marathon safe, but you can clip through a couple of more doors. Like you can pretty much skip that last train ride I had there. You can skip it, but you pretty much die on like 70 to 80% of the time. Also, this force field can randomly kill you. That's why I'm going to make a quick save. There we go. Got that shown off. Yeah. I have no idea why it sometimes kills you. Like even if you don't touch your angle, you just repeat the same input from a quick save, you sometimes survive and sometimes you don't. No idea. It's Duke Nukem.
Probably just sees you in a wall and kills you.
There's $100 from Silos911. Hey Dave, good luck with the run. I'm sure you'll do excellent as usual.
Well, shout out to Silos911. He's one of the more active runners of this game, who's found a couple of really good tricks and has been helping me with routing and stuff. And that's the second episode done. Also, shout outs to Oasis, who helped me pretty much route and plan out a lot of this game a couple of years back. And even more recently. Like this game is still, surprisingly, still undergoing pretty active development despite having a 10-year tradition of speedrunning. Like this clip was found about a week ago. And despite all the efforts, we put into this game, nobody has really worked on the fourth episode, which was more like an add-on. It was released in the 1.4 Atomic edition of the game. And outside of the ILs Finito did for SDA, pretty much nobody's worked on it. We've started routing it pretty recently, but it's entirely not consistent yet, which is why I didn't offer it as a donation incentive for this year. Maybe when I get back. Also, if we don't clip the walls, we can actually just fire rockets through walls to trigger explosions. Oh, come on.
Duke wanted to hear people die. Give him a break.
Okay, so I bet I'm going to die in a second. I've had trouble with this trick in practice. No? Okay.
Nice.
So basically, you can clip on any wall, even underwater, like if there's a small ledge. If you can see right there, there's a small ledge in front of the door I opened. But due to the way the underwater physics work, you don't actually have enough momentum to get out on the other side of the door alive, so you usually get squished. So how do we remedy that? Well, we just blow ourselves up with a rocket in the face. Gives a bit of pushback, Duke doesn't care, physics don't care.
Well, it seems highly appropriate that I say we have $10 from Beanleby, who says, love the Duke destruction.
Also, for some reason, I can't tell why, I've started blowing myself up at the end of this level. It's entirely not necessary, because I have a full medkit to heal myself. But every time I tried skipping that, I messed up the start of this level, so I've just kept it in. Just muscle memory. So yeah, so we are on the subway now. As you can see in a second here, Duke Nukem on steroids can actually outrun subway. So if you want to solve public transportation, steroids for everyone. That easy. Okay, there's the exit. Okay, one more donation, yes.
We have $30 from Nasukin. How can you consider skipping map 32 of Plutonia? It's the game's most iconic map. Please don't let it slip.
Oh God, what's going on? What the hell? Stop blowing us. Yeah, okay.
$5 from Major Foley, who says, those map physics on Duke Nukem.
It's not map physics, it's Duke physics.
Duke is
So
mad.
we're getting pretty close to
Didn't
the end of
even
the level,
die.
of this run. There's 2 levels left. Oh, come on. In this one, you can just throw a pipe bomb through a conveniently sized hole in the wall, get straight to the exit. And now we're facing off against the final boss, if you want to call him a boss. You can just strafe around. Pretty easy fight.
Can you show the cutscene?
Yeah. Also,
Yeah.
20 old. And time. Yeah, that's a decent time. Also, the next cutscene might not be appropriate for this time of the day. Oh, okay, it's already past 10 p.m. It's okay.
Oh, come back to bed, Duke. I'm ready for some action now.
And that's Duke 3D.
Okay, so I guess it's time for a refresh on the glitch exhibition.
All right, so the total was 1442 the last time I got it to load.
Well, that's good enough for me. That's close enough. Like, you've been donating so hard and watching our marathon so hard, the tracker's actually having trouble. Okay, yeah. I'll just go
We'll
ahead.
assume that the last $58 is on its way.
Okay, no, I just have to remember where I want to start. Okay.
Yeah, piece of cake. Nobody steals our chicks. And live.
So on this level, you basically start out on a small shuttle and you dock onto the next space station. And during practice, something pretty strange happened to me, and I'm going to show that off to you. If you kick this force field, yeah. So we're pretty much stuck in here for now. Except your mighty foot is strong enough to disable this force field as well. So you can get back. And you can actually disable this, go out in space and get crushed. So, if you remember, this was the boss level of the second episode. And if you don't actually feel like fighting a boss, there's an alternative you can take. Because this level has a secret exit level button that's normally restricted to deathmatch access. And I've practiced this, but the angle is pretty precise. Come on. Okay, I'm just going to cheat for a moment. I'll show that you can actually hit this button from the outside. I'll just have to get the angle right. Come on. Okay, like that. So basically, if you do this right, you can open the door from the outside and just use the nuke button. So the way the level transition in this game works is pretty interesting. Like if you finish a level using a level exit trigger, you get moved on to the next level in the progression, and I'm just going to put on some. Oh, come on. God. Oh, God, I can't type today. Come on. What the hell? Okay, why is my speed working? Anyway, clipping should be off. I just have to try not to. There. Okay, I'll just turn off all the enemies. That should work as well. So in any case, to get back to this, so you get put on into the next level in the level transition, which is level 10 of this episode, which is the first secret level. At the end of which you have a secret level exit trigger, which that's an internal flag marking the next level you play as a secret level, and it puts you back into where the secret level is normally supposed to lead you to. So.
It was a glitch fest.
Well, I'm not actually. I hope this is still stored properly. So we'll just see what happens. I'll try not to run out into space this time. So if it's still working right, this should now like trace back to the level you came from because you just finished the secret level and increment your level counter by 1. So we should end up in level 11 of episode 2, which is the second secret level. So if we exit this one, this is another secret exit level trigger. So we again go to where we're supposed to be, but now have the secret level flag set again, which is the boss level again. So what happens if we exit this level again? Well, we go on to level 12 of the episode, which doesn't actually exist. What does the game do? Well, you go to, it's the obvious solution, you end up in level 1 of episode 3. But if you look at on the map screen, you can actually see on the bottom left, we are still part of the Lunar Apocalypse episode, which is episode 2. So naturally, what would you expect to happen if you finish this level? Well, probably advance by another one and go to level 2 of episode 3. Oh god, we are not actually invincible. So, no, what happens instead? Well, it's clearly the only sensible way the engine can make sense of this. Like this. We'll wait for a second. Level 1 of episode 2. Obviously. It's the natural progression. Hey, let me quickly put on clipping again. Oh, come on.
Are you gonna do the room?
Yeah. On this level, for some reason, if you clip outside and get squished, you get teleported to the subway train. It just happens like that. And there's something pretty interesting about this game in the way rotating objects behave. Like, because this is an early 90s game, the processing power wasn't actually enough to check make collision detection on pretty much anything that's not like a sprite or anything that's a movable object. So basically the game doesn't actually check if things that rotate can fit where they can fit, because level geometry doesn't actually have collision detection as it does. Which normally isn't a problem because, well, you just have to design your level so everything fits. And as you can see, the dump stop can pretty much exist in all its reasonable states. But if you get on top of a rotating object, crouch and activate it, it starts turning in the wrong direction for some reason. Which can pretty much, you can get them to intersect with anything you want. And as you can see, this is confusing the game quite a bit. Oh, come on, stop falling off. So this is like, the game engine actually doesn't care if things intersect strangely. But as you can see, like the visuals are pretty broken. And as you can see, all the collision detection doesn't really work all that well. So unfortunately, this trick isn't actually useful anywhere. But there's an extension to it. Because for some reason, this level does something even stranger when you execute that glitch. And well, you can see this is just a pretty basic, even if, well, by 1993 standards, probably a well-built conference room in a 3D game. But if you clip on this door, then, well, yeah.
Twists in on itself.
It pretty much slipped in on itself, and you can even see on the map. That's where the government dollars go to. Or in any case, you can also clip back out. And Dean's sort of
Good luck
fine
getting
from
back in.
here. You can actually get back in. Just hop in here. And as you can tell, pretty much like the collision detection, you clip from this side, you can actually walk in from this side. So, yeah, this is probably one of the strangest clipping bugs I've ever witnessed in a game, because the actual level geometry collapses on itself. When there's nothing in the code that should actually allow like sectors to change like that. It just happens. But at least the game engine doesn't crash. I bet a modern Call of Duty game wouldn't handle this at all. But yeah, that's pretty much it for me. Thanks for watching, and then have fun with Quake coming up next.
So if someone was looking to get into speedrunning, Duke, where would they go right now?
Is my mic still on? Yes. Okay. Well, we don't have like a community page or something. I've been meaning to start up an SDA forum thread for about 2 months, but I actually didn't ever get around to it. And the best way, if you want to start playing this game, you could probably just contact me on SDA or Steam. Okay.
Sorry. Oops. Shh, commercial.
This is a long commercial.
Yes, you're only
Okay, so can you repeat your question?
Okay, it was if someone wanted to get into speedrunning Duke Nukem right now, like, is there any place they can go for resources?
We haven't really written up most of our recent discoveries. The best way would be just to get in contact with me, like on Steam or the SDA forums. Like, we've got a small community working on this game, but we haven't really written up any of the recent discoveries. Most of the resources are outdated by about 5 to 6 years now.
Wow.
And there's been a lot of progress in the past 4 or 5 months.
Okay.
All right, coming up, we have a speedrun of the best game ever made, Quake, by Cool Kid. If you didn't know, Quake is what got Speed Demolition